Hello everybody, and welcome back to Civilization 6. Welcome back to Let's Learn Civ. My name's Webby. If you are new to my content, please leave a like down below. It would let me know that you enjoy this kind of stuff and want to see more. A subscribe would help me hit my target of 150 subs by the end of the month. That being said, let's crack on with today's episode. So there's been a bit of a break since the last recording session and this one, so I'm just gonna re-familiarise myself with what we're doing. Yeah, one of our priorities was to come down here, wasn't it? We've got a barb sneaking his way up here, but the city-state looks like it's helping us out there. We're in expansion phase, so I really do want to get another settler out ASAP. We do, however, need a shrine because we are after our religion. We've not quite got a religion yet, so I'm just trying to decide the importance of a religion, an early religion, or a settler. Now, I think we're going to go with the settler because it is essential that we settle that place up there, down there rather. Let's keep our scout on his merry way up this way. So this coast line is ending here, so there's not another civilization up here. So I wonder, again, we're on a standard map rather than a large map, but it does look pretty big, doesn't it? All our real estate, all our areas we can expand to down there without much competition from the AI. I mean, this barb camp could turn into another city-state at some point. Wouldn't put it past it. But there is, there was this AI just built a city here, hadn't they? And that kind of hampered this city a little bit. Let's send this this slinger around this way. I want to just have a look, have a scout out, see if we can see who we meet down there. I think it's the Zulu. So we're on 14 out of 25 for our golden age. And we do want to try and get a golden age because there is a lovely ability with one of the golden age features. Let's have a look. We got 10 to 23 more turns. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, we'll get 3 for getting our slinger down here. No, I think we're going to be out of luck with getting the golden age. But that's all right. You don't have to hit them every single time. It's just nice. Now we do want to get these horses down here, I think. Yeah, we do want to get these horses down here, I think. So shall we buy that tile? How much gold do we have? 175 gold. Yeah, let's buy this tile. And while we're at it here, I think we should probably buy this tile as well, so we can send our builder to do that. So we'll improve those horses and those diamonds there for the extra gold per turn. So looking at the situation with China down here, it doesn't actually look like they've settled anywhere. They might have another city further up here, to be fair, but they're not settled close to the desert. They don't have a plains desert tile around here. Let's just go and see if we can explore a bit further. They're sending an army up there for some reason. Looks like a beat up army as well. So I wonder if they're warring somebody or if it's a barb camp that they're clearing up there. We shall have a little scout around. And they haven't, by the looks of things, built the pyramids in this city anyway, in Xi'an anyway. So we could be in luck. We've got 7 turns for that settler to come out. We're going to want to get rid of that barb because we're going to want to send our settler down this way. Let's move in there. Now we've got a trader coming out here in 7 turns, and we might possibly, Muscat have got send a trade route as one of their missions. If you complete a mission, it does give you an envoy, but they've already got has already put his ambassador in there. That ambassador, by the way, is Armini. She is not a great person. She is in the governor's screen, and she is over here somewhere. There she is. Basically, she's really, really good for getting Diplo points and envoy points and stuff with city-states. And there are so many different ways. I was thinking about it the other night, there are so many different ways to play this game, and I suppose there are a lot of people who play it on the Switch as a sort of portable game. That does appeal to me, especially if I were working in an office or something, having an hour at lunchtime of Civ. That would definitely be really, really cool, or in my commute or something. But having said that, I've never played the Switch version. I don't know if all these bits that I've been speaking about are available in that. And also, as well, I've got all the DLC, which I've picked up over the years. So that does give me a lot more options for my gameplay, if that makes sense. But I don't think the game without the DLC is unplayable or anything like that. I think it's pretty decent without the DLC. They do a good job with the free content that they upload. Now, where do we want to send this scout? I think we want to go and clear there, but I'd just like to pop over here and just check how far this coast goes. So there is a massive area down here by the looks of things. So like I say, I mean, there's plenty of places to settle. That looks like a lagoon there. Plenty of places to settle in the future, and that looks like a nice city up here too. Let's place this tack up here, because that'll give us an access to a harbour up here next to the fish, which gives a harbour adjacency bonus, and then we can send ships out. Ships also give era score as well, in case you didn't know. So let's move our warrior back home and heal him up. We got our settler coming out in 6. Let's move him up here. And our scout down south. I'd like to scout out up here, please, Mr. Scout. There is the Barb camp. I think that's the one that they're trying to clear. There's Lahore over there. I assume China have nabbed that one. Yeah, looks like China are in there. And they want a boost for an early empire. What do Lahore give you? Unit promotion can be purchased with faith. Special units you can purchase with faith. Nah, I'm not that interested in that, to be fair. So I think I may send my scout. Well, the other thing to consider as well, you get area score for circumnavigating the globe. So if you go all the way around the globe, which we should be able to do on our Pangaea map here, we get 3 area score. But I just don't think we're going to get the area score we need by how many more turns? Current era score is 14, 10 to 20 turns. We'll get some for the trader here. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be touch and go, isn't it, I think? Let's progress with the turn here. So I'm glad we're getting some views on this. It really was, like I say, I mean, I love my Football Manager. I love producing Football Manager content. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different, you know. And I think a lot of Football Manager players are out there liking and looking at other games as well. So this is one of the ones I thought of. Let me know if there's anything that you particularly would like to see me do. Not only would I be happy to do Let's Learns if I've played the game and familiar with the game, like Crusader Kings and Total War, Warhammer, etc. Strategy games I'm talking about, but I'd also be up for doing first plays, so never played before kind of series or whatever. Like I've played a few hours in Stardew Valley and I'm really enjoying it, but I suppose I could call a series Never Played Stardew for the clicks, or a game, any kind of game really. I mean, any kind of RPG. Path of Exile. Well, Path of Exile is one, but Pillars of Eternity was the one I meant. RPG that I was looking at last night. Looks really good. Great fun, that one. So yeah, like I say, I mean, let me know if you'd like me to cover any particular games. I'm not really that into sort of RTS, you know, that kind of side of things. I'm more like my turn-based strategy games. You know, like we just mentioned, I do love RPG and CRPG games as well. So let's crack on here. Now, where are we sending this scout up here? I think we probably want to come round this volcano. Well, we probably want to avoid that barb camp there, don't we? They're sending their spearmen to deal with the barbs. I'd quite like to know also who's up here. So, if it looks like the city-state is going to tank this camp for us, so we can probably send our scout up here. Now our what's the word I'm looking for? Our disaster setting, that's the word I was looking for natural disasters, is set at 2. I don't tend to like to do it any more than that because it becomes really hard to try and get anything done. Let's take a promotion there. We'll clear that slinger there, so everything's nice and clear for our settler to come down here. We got a promotion there, which is lovely. Let's improve that. Now, the other thing I didn't really get onto last episode, because it was, and the episode before, was to do with chopping. So you can, this is what I meant earlier when I said that you can change your environment really to improve your appeal. So if you have a look at our appeal tile, at the moment our Earth Goddess Pantheon isn't really doing anything because our appeal is so low, because I think that's because we've got all these rainforests around us. Now we do love rainforests as Vietnam, of course, so it will be a bit difficult for me to decide which ones to chop, but chopping a resource like rainforests or woods, or you can harvest food from that. It forces your cities to either grow from harvested food or to get production to build buildings quicker, and that can lead to sort of a snowball effect, if you like. We are recording. That can lead to a snowball effect. So if you've got a particular building that you want to build, or a wonder indeed, so for instance I may consider it for building either the pyramids or the Petra here, probably for the Petra, to chop one of these two tiles here, because we'll only need one or two tiles for our districts, if that makes sense, if we have to anyway, if I feel that it's going too slow, the production. So 4 turns till our trader there. So Jay's just settled a city here, which wasn't very nice of him. That seems to be a bit of a forward settle to me there, my friend. I don't know if that's sort of an indication that you're itching for war with us. We are by no means ready for war. However, we do have our special unit. Now, where is our special unit? It's not in horseback riding. It is over here, the Void in machinery. So that is something to keep an eye out for. You get +3 era score as well for building your special, your unique unit and your unique building. Now this is tricky, this is tough. I would like to reveal iron. I would also like irrigation, because I want to clear those things there and build possibly. I don't think we've got any plantations that we can build, but I think in order to try and see if we can rush the pyramids later on, I think we're going to go for masonry down there. I may live to regret it. What's the boost? We just need to build a quarry. Do we have any stone around to build a quarry? I don't think we do, you know, so I don't think that's going to get boosted, so that might have to be hard built. There's one over here, so we could settle up here, but that's just another settle that we can't really do at the moment. We've got too many other things that we need to build, need to be going on with. What's this scout doing up here? He's hanging around doing nothing. I might clear that, you know. I'm tempted to see if I can farm some gold and clear that in there. But it might be worth leaving the city-state to see if it grows as a buffer between ourselves and China. I mean, they're probably going to go in and clear it. They've got a special unit, an Eagle Warrior. Can we get an Eagle Warrior from them? Hire, yeah, 155 gold to hire an Eagle Warrior. They're a special unit from another Civs, so a different Civ. I won't go into, you know, the ins and outs of that. It just means that basically the barbarian camps, you can hire the units, and it's from it can be a special unit from a Civ that doesn't exist in the game. So if you look here, we can just hire a horseman from there at the moment. That could well turn into another city-state, which we don't particularly want down here, because we want to build, we want to expand out this way. This is our land, it's not city-state land. The owls, because of all these barb camps around, because of the large map we've got here, the owls do look very very potentially viable. But like I say, I mean, I think I want something else, don't I? I think I want the Voidsingers, the secret society, the Voidsingers. You'll see here with the obelisks. I mentioned this before. One of the buildings that you can build, one of the first buildings, in fact, that you should prioritise, is the monument in any city. With the Void Singers, this upgrades into an even more powerful building, which gives +2 culture and +4 faith, which would feed in nicely into our faith game, allowing us later, if we get a golden age in a later era, to purchase settlers with faith, which is extremely powerful, and then you can really start spamming out your cities that you might need. So let's have a think here what this builder should be doing with himself. We've improved all our resources around us now, by the looks of things. We could purchase that sugar tile there, which is a really good tile. I don't think we can afford it. Oh yes we can. Let's purchase that tile there and send our builder. Well, how many more charges does he have? He's got one more build. That is a bit of a blow, but never mind. We'll build those diamonds there, and you can see that we now got a really nice tile with 3 gold. Our gold per turn, by the way, is really good at the moment. So our gold economy, or our economy should be really good throughout the game. Lots of gold producing tiles around us here. Let's see if Jay wants anything from us. Let's make a deal. Trade is one of those things in the game which is a little bit clunky. It's one of the things which I do wish they'd improve slightly in Civ, trade and relations. We've got an extra resource here, so it looks like he's already got that resource there. So I don't think he's going to buy it. No, he's only going to pay 2 gold because he's already got that resource. China, on the other hand, because he's on a different continent, may want the resource. What would you give me? See, a much better deal. 3 gold a turn for 30 turns. It's not too bad. Can we up that? Yeah, no. Let's make this deal more equatable. Okay, yeah, let's trade that. That's an extra 3 gold a turn, so that's 90 gold in total. So not too bad there, I don't think. And since we're not going to be doing anything with it, we may as well make it useful. Our trader's coming out in 3 turns here, and that should give us some more era score. Although, like I say, I think it's unlikely that we're going to get our golden age. You look at this here. You need 25 plus points to get a golden age. Let's progress on with the game here. Hopefully these episodes as well, I'm going to time them a little bit better. The first episode was a little bit messy with the editing. The second episode I think was better, but it went on a little bit too long. This one I'm hoping to get just right, so I'm going to be checking the time as we go. The other thing is my ugly mug here, my ugly face. I'm not sure what to do with it, whether or not to put it. I was playing around with where to put it. Normally on my Football Manager Let's Plays, I have it on the bottom right hand side of the screen, sort of somewhere around here where my mouse is, but this is an important aspect of the UI. I think I'm going to try it here in this little area there for this episode. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to get rid. I don't think it's necessary for Civ, to be honest. If I'm really honest, I don't think it's necessary for Football Manager videos either. It's just one of those things that everybody seems to do, so I thought I might as well do it myself as well. 3 turns for the settler now. We are still recording, yes we are. And it wants us to move our warrior, but I'm going to fortify him up because I want to escort the settler along. There's the other AI. So it's Pachacuti. Pachacuti. He is a fun Civ to be Pachacuti, actually, to be fair. And I think he may have been the one who was on those mountains before. I don't know about this. Yeah, go on then. Let's sample our nearby hospitality. Where are you, Pachacuti? Send delegation. We can't afford to send a delegation to him, so I'm assuming that is him up here, and I think that could be a real nice target for our war elephants, particularly if we get a city which is capable of spamming out units somewhere around this area, sort of right up his bottom, so to speak. So let's continue on here, shall we? Now, in Civ, multiplayer Civ is definitely a thing. It exists, it's out there. I've never tried it myself. This kind of game to me it just screams single solo player, much like Football Manager. It's all about the sort of the stories you create yourself, really. You know, the amazing cities you build with tile yields, etc. Multiplayer stuff, I just don't get it. PvP, it was the same when I played WoW. PvP, all that kind of stuff, playing against another player just does not appeal to me in the least. But I guess, you know, for some people it might be a thing. I know that they're doing a big multiplayer sort of event shortly. I think it's this week or next week, Civ are, or somebody's organising anyway. I've seen it advertised all over the place. But it's just not something for me. So suffice to say, that's not going to be something I'm going to be introducing to this channel. Besides which, like I say, I've never played it and don't think I'm anywhere near on a level. I'm barely getting to grips with the game itself myself, to be honest, if you know what I mean. So if there are any questions that you have, like anything particular you want to know, pop it down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to try and answer it. Let's take our promotion here. We'll take volley on our slinger, and we've got our settler coming out in 2 turns. So I think what I want to do is go down and settle this 3rd city here, and see where we are, see what stage of our strategy we are at next. We've got early empire in 13 turns. Our culture is really dreadful, 3 a turn. I don't quite know why it's so bad. It really is shocking though. We do need monuments, but we can't get them, like I say, until we've chosen our Voidsinger. So I wonder if that's going to be a bad choice for us in the long run, if that's going to slow us down too much, or if we're going to be thankful that we've had it. Our scout almost took a beating from that special unit there. Just get him out the way and we'll scout out around up here. We will clear this camp. I think that should give us some era score as well. So there's our trader come out there. Let's have a look. This, by the way, this world icon shows not that it matters at this stage of the game. It's way too early to be even thinking about this. But this shows what stage of the victory sort of tree the AI and yourselves are at, if that makes any sense at all. There are lots of different things you can look into up here. So who wanted a trade route there? It was Muscat, but Muscat have already got a city-state in them. If we send it to Granada, we might... I can't remember if it automatically gives one or not, but we do get this nice road down here. We could also consider sending it to Valletta, which I'm actually considering strongly, because that will give us a really nice road down to our capital there. I think that is actually worth it. So let's send it down to Valletta here. And we got a Eureka, so because we built and sent a trade route, our knowledge of currency has been advanced, so that got a boost there. Yeah, so Jay has got a fair few cities up here already, hasn't he? Now, as you go up the levels, as you go up the difficulty levels, you will notice the AI, it's not as if they behave any differently as such, or at least I don't think so. But they are so much more powerful, especially at the start. I think they start off with like 3 free cities or something along those lines, or certainly they get boosts to production, etc. So it really is an uphill battle at the start. That's why I said you don't really need to bother focusing on this just yet. There are ways and means to catapult these up, so don't worry too much about them early on. Now Huey here has finished its trader, so it wants to build something else. I'm just having a think about what it wants to be building. It's got 20 turns till growth. We're not working that food tile because we were working production down here. I do like those horses as well, to food to production, so that should speed up the growth rate in our city. Campus or a holy site. Now don't forget, we do like our holy sites because they give us great people points here, but it doesn't look, even though you haven't met them, it will show you the unmet players here, and it doesn't look as though we've got too much competition at the moment for founding a religion in this screen. Remember where I showed it to you? It's up here in Heroes and Great People. So I think we're going to leave the holy site there, and I think we are going to build a campus, and that's a +2 campus in there. And we can't build it on the elephants because that, and we've already got that tile. I think that's a hang on, do we already have that tile? No, we don't. We need to purchase it, so we can purchase it next turn. So let's put a turn into a granary, and then we'll swap it out for the campus next turn. We'll buy this tile. I'd have loved to have had a builder so I can chop it. I might go for that afterwards. From here maybe, although we've got other priorities here. Let's get our science going, shall we, in this game? Come here. How can you attain the divine without examples of divinity? So he's a religious civ, so I'm expecting him to spam a load of religious units at us. It doesn't particularly matter as long as you don't let yourself get completely converted. There is a religious sort of victory mode in this game. And religion is one of those things we may look into in further Let's Plays. Like you convert AI, basically, and convert city-states. And that way it helps with some of the victory conditions, if that makes sense. So here's our settler, finally. Let's send him to our warrior. And if you notice, when you send that unit on top of the other one, you can link them. You can escort. It's called escorting. Sensibly, so let's link them, and that means that your settler has got an escort, it's got a protection, it's got a tank with him, and it's unlikely to get taken out by barbs. So let's disperse the clan, and that did give us some era score down here. So we got 17 era score, but we've only got 9 turns, and like I say, I really don't think it's too likely that we're going to get the golden age. Unfortunately, but that's all right. You can't get them every single time, and especially, like I say, I'm used to playing on Emperor difficulty, so this is a step up for me as well. Let's see what we're going to choose in our production here for our cap. It does want us to build a shrine. I do want to build a shrine as well, but I also want to let's build a shrine in here to speed up our great person. And we could discover a hero. Anansi is an excellent hero. He really is. When located on bonus luxury resource, Anasti consumes the resource to grant 60 science and 50 culture. That really is very good indeed. Now, I didn't speak, I don't think, about how to get heroes before. You get them by building your monuments in your city. Once we build a monument, if we ever do, once we build a monument, I'll show you what it looks like. But suffice to say, you get a list of all your heroes that you can build in a sort of underneath in the production queue, somewhere down here. See your devotions here, and once you've built your monument or your great obelisk, you can start your devotions, and then you recruit the great hero. So just keeping an eye out on the clock there for the length of the video. I'm determined to get this right. I really am. I'm going to send my settler down here and settle this city, and I think at that stage that'll be a lovely spot to call the video. So let's progress here with our turn. These barbarians have been a nuisance to us all. Thanks for your help. So China are pleased that I cleared their barb camp over here, or that barb camp over here. That's way over here, China. That's got nothing to do with you, mate. You leave my lands alone there. We'll let the city-state deal with this barb here, and we'll send our scout down just to explore. It looks like I missed out on a goodie hut down there, so that would be useful to pick up. Let's go up this way, see what happens up here in this land. So it looks like the land continues quite far up that way. Like I say, this is, I don't think I clicked a huge map or a large map. I might have done, in the settings, but I think this should just be a standard. I'd like to heal up this scout a little bit before I keep sending him out. I think this is Pachacuti land or territory here. He loves to settle next to mountains. That's what the AI loves to do with him. Pachacuti's special ability is to get food, and I think he gets production from mountains and faith. He's quite a fun civ to play on certain map types. So let's progress here. So we need to think now, seriously, we're getting into crunch point territory. We need to think about where to place this city. I do think I'm going to go on the incense here, because I do think one of the first wonders that we're going to be building, there's the ice up here, so that is up north. This, so we're completely blocked off. I mean, that's kind of good in a sense for defence, blocked off by this mountain range from Pachacuti here, and then our ally, Khmer. Let's make a deal. He doesn't want anything. He's got iron. We don't yet. We're going to unlock that soon. But we do want to keep friends with Jay here on our continent, because we don't want to be at war with him. But we could well decide to go to war with Pachacuti through here. Let's progress with the turn. Like I say, I'm going to settle this city. I think we should be able to get the cocoa up here, the chocolate up here. I'm a little bit concerned about the food in this city. There don't seem to be that many great food tiles. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 food. Maybe we can reach out to that oasis, that desert oasis there as well. But that's not ideal. Let's see if the AI doesn't recommend any cities along here. But I'm going to build it there anyway, because I do want this Petra city. I want to show you, for the sake of the video, how powerful the Petra is. There are lots and lots and lots of really powerful wonders, though. Don't get fixated on building the ones you want. I mean, for example, if you have a river city, you can build the Great Lighthouse, and there's the Colossus up here, Petra, like we say, and these are only the early wonders. Pretty much all the technologies and most of the civics have their own wonders that you can build. It really is an incredible game if you think about it that way. There's so much detail in it. So that was plus 60 faith for free, but that doesn't help us too much because we've not found our religion yet. So when you find a religion, you get the option to spend your faith on apostles, which can enhance your religion, or on other things which can convert other cities. I forget their names temporarily. I'm sure it's obvious to everyone else who's played the game, but I can't remember. So let's send this scout, this settler to his spot. Let's send our scout round this way over the top here. Interesting land, isn't it? It really is. We've got this huge part of the map here that we're on. I mean, we've got a lot of places down this side to settle. So it was quite a good spawn in the end. Let's send our settler over this way. Yeah, it's not got any recommendations for any cities along here. I mean, I would quite like to go here. Just having a look again at our appeal. No, the appeal's not that great there either. There are very, very few. I mean, it's much better up here because they're coastal. Very, very few appeal tiles. I mean, the other way you can win the game, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier because, like I say, I didn't want to sort of boggle the mind to anybody who just started watching who'd maybe never played the game before. But you can win tourism victory, culture victory, and you do that by building great art museums and other things as well, broadcast centres, all that kind of stuff a little bit later down the line. You can send out your rock bands to other civilization, which is kind of fun. They do a little rock concert and get you tourists that way. Other ways to get tourism through your art museums, through great works, and then your archaeologists can also go out and dig up finds and all sorts of different things you can do to generate tourism in your cities. And it is quite a fun game mode to explore. Could be some land down here. Looks like the light kind of fades out there, but I want to go down the coast this way now. So we're nearly getting there to our city. I'm just going to send this settler over here, and of course the city-state moves his warrior in the way. Why are you doing that, city-state? Don't be like that. I want to settle there. Let's move our scout along here. There's more Khmer territory. I think they've probably got 4 or 5 cities, maybe, by the looks of things. It might be quite useful, actually, to scout them out quite closely. Let's move our settler down this way. Look at all this desert hill tiles for us, for our Petra if we get it, or when we get it. You're not moving? Oh, just move the letter. Thank you. Thank you for moving. So I'm going to send my settler on here onto the incense, and then I'm going to build, I think. And then we will call the episode there. So let's send the settler onto this spot. So we've finally got our civic here. This is an excellent spot to leave this video at. So we got to choose between political philosophy here. Now, these ones are really, really important. You can see we're in the classical era here. It's quite hard to see on the UI here, but these divides, once you get into the next line, you'll get +3 era score, which is really, really handy. This political philosophy particularly, and there are others further down the tree here, will give you a new government. So you can see we would have the choice between autocracy, classical republic, which tends to be the one I nearly always go for, or oligarchy here, which they all have different cards basically that you can place in different orders, if that makes sense. So I'll show you that when we get to it. But I think I'm going to choose mysticism here because not only will it unlock the oracle for us, but also we can get our groves. Look at the yields on those groves, by the way, via a preserve district. Preserves have been newly added in the latest DLC, and I'd like to see them. I'd like to play around with them because one of their buildings gives all this bonus, which I'm looking forward to indeed. So let's take mysticism there. And let's choose our governor title finally. So we will choose the Void Singers. Huzzah! Hallelujah! We are finally in there. Now this might make the other AI. Yeah, look, China have got a slightly smiley face around them because it looks. I should think that they're also in the Void Singers as well. But other AI, if we'd uncover them, would be more aggro if they were in other secret societies. So, can we build our city here? Yep, found city. I see by your signs, and I'm glad to know that we're kin. So yeah, China is obviously in the Void Singer as well, and South Pachacuti, funnily enough. And we get +2 era score for settling on Terra Australis, but I don't think that's going to be enough for us to get our golden age. Unfortunately not. We're only 4 short though, but we've only got 3 turns to get there, so I just don't think it's going to happen. So a lot happened there right at the end of that episode, didn't it? A lot of good growth down here. You can see these hills tiles, by the way. Desert hills tiles aren't that great to start out with. You can build mines on them, but they're not particularly incredible. However, like I say, a lot happened right at the end there. Lots of good progression made. Next episode, we're going to build up this city here. We're going to build some wonders in here when we get them in via the technology tree. But we'll leave that when we get to the next episode there. If you have enjoyed that episode, please leave a like down below. A subscribe would help me hit my subscriber goal of 150 subs this month. Many thanks for watching, and have a lovely rest of your day, everyone.